Let's take a look at this problem. We got secant of 3 theta over 2 is equal to negative square root of 2. Now from algebra, if we had x over 3 is equal to 1/5, if you got a single fraction on both sides, then you can flip the fraction. So this becomes 3 over x, and this becomes 5 over 1. Well, this one right here, I can rewrite secant as 1 over cosine, and then 3 theta over 2. And I can put this in the fraction form by simply putting it over 1. And now we have the same thing. We have a single fraction equal to a single fraction, so we can flip both fractions. So this becomes cosine 3 theta over 2 over 1 is equal to 1 over negative square root of 2. Which gives us cosine 3 theta over 2 is equal to, and we're going to multiply top and bottom. I'll put the negative up on top. But we'll multiply top and bottom by the square root of 2. And we get cosine of 3 theta over 2 is equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay. Now, sometimes people find it easier to rewrite these in terms of sine and cosine versus secant and cosecant. Now, tangent and cotangent are just different by themselves. But now it's in cosine, and we're a little bit more comfortable with that. Cosine, negative, what is this, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4. This point here would be negative square root of 2 over 2 and positive square root of 2 over 2. And this one would be negative square root of 2 over 2 and negative square root of 2 over 2. So if we're looking where cosine, which is our x, equal to negative square root of 2 over 2, it's here and here. Okay, well let's start off with 3 pi over 4. So we've got cosine of 3 pi over 4 is equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. And also, let me go ahead and write it, cosine of 5 pi over 4 is equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. I don't know if we'll need any more, but let's start with that. Remember how we always do it. If you got more than a single theta here, you have to set what follows your cosine equal to what follows your cosine here. So we're going to have 3 theta over 2 is equal to 3 pi over 4. And this one we do the same thing. So we're going to have 3 theta over 2 is equal to 5 pi over 4. And let me write this down here again, because I'm going to scroll down. Let's see what that gives us. Well, I'm going to get rid of my fraction here, so I'll multiply both sides by 4, the LCM of all my denominators. Multiply this by 4. So 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. We got 6 theta is equal to 3 pi. Divide both sides by 6, and you get theta is equal to 3 pi over 6, or theta is equal to pi over 2. That's definitely an answer. It's not past 2 pi. Okay, let's do the same thing with this one. Multiply both sides by 4. And 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. We've got 6 theta again. Those cancel, gives us 5 pi. Divide both sides by 6, and we get 5 pi over 6. Well, that's still good. Now my next one. We're going back to our first angle here, the 3 pi over 4. Now notice I come to here. I do not come down to here. So I'm going to 3 pi over 4, and I'm going to add 2 pi to it. And that's also going to give us negative square root of 2 over 2. Because remember, if you go all the way around the unit circle, you're back where you started. Well, this gives us 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So that 11 pi over 4 is equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. Again, we're going to set what follows our cosine equal to what follows our cosine here. So I got 3 theta over 2 is equal to 11 pi over 4. Multiply both sides by 4. So multiply that. Then multiply this. 4 times 3 is 12. Divided by 2 is 6 theta again. Those 4's cancel. We got 11 pi. Divide both sides by 6, and you got 11 pi over 6. Now that's almost 2 pi, so it's a pretty good bet the next one will go past it. But let's look at it. Okay, that time we started with this angle and we added 2 pi. So now we're going to start with the 5 pi over 4 and we'll add 2 pi. And that's also going to give us negative square root of 2 over 2. Well, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 5 is 13. So that's 13 pi over 4 is equal to negative square root of 2 over 2. And we set what follows our cosine here equal to what follows our cosine here. So we're going to have 3 theta over 2 is equal to 13 pi over 4. Multiply everything by 4. And we end up with 6. What do I have pi there for? It should be theta. There we go. So that's 6 theta is equal to 13 pi. Divide both sides by 6, and we get 13 pi over 6. Well, if I put that in mixed number form, that'd be 2 1/6 pi, which has now officially gone past 2 pi, so we do not want this answer at all. So the first 3 there are answers for this problem.